Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Nereida Flores, and you're watching ntTV's online report. A bus hijacking in Dallas led to the hijacker being dead, as well as 2 police officers being injured. Ramon Thomas Villagomez boarded a bus and held the driver at gunpoint, telling him to continue driving. He then proceeded to shoot at the Dallas Area Rapid Transit and Garland police officers who were pursuing the bus, hitting a DART officer in the leg and a Garland police officer in the neck. Finally, Rockwell police deployed spike strips, stopping the bus on President George Bush Turnpike. Villagomez was shot and taken to the hospital where he later died. He was wanted in connection to the murder of his girlfriend in Austin. A shooting rampage killed 16 people, including a police officer, in the Canadian province of Nova Scotia on Sunday. This is the first mass shooting in the coronavirus pandemic, as well as the deadliest in Canadian history. The gunman was disguised as a police officer and was shooting people in their homes, as well as setting several houses on fire. Police identified Gabriel Wortman as the man believed to be the shooter. They arrested him later, but said that he had died. However, it is unknown as to how he died. New findings are expected on a potential treatment for COVID-19. There's also progress to report on antibody testing in New York. CNN's medical correspondent Elizabeth Cohen has the latest.
Thank you very much.
For weeks, President Trump has jousted with health officials over the drug hydroxychloroquine to fight coronavirus. The president seems to be a big fan.
What do you have to lose? I'll say it again. What do you have to lose? Take it. I really think they should take it.
But the nation's top infectious disease doctor says we need to study it before we know if it works or not.
There are no proven safe and effective therapies for the coronavirus.
Today, we expect to get a hint as to whether hydroxychloroquine could help treat coronavirus patients. Preliminary results are expected from the first large-scale study of the drug in coronavirus patients. Funded by the state of New York, it involves hundreds of hospitalized patients and was conducted by the University at Albany. New York not only making headway on investigating possible treatments for the coronavirus, but on testing as well.
Extraordinary job.
Governor Andrew Cuomo on Sunday announcing that his state will conduct the largest antibody survey in the nation. If someone has antibodies to COVID-19, it means they were infected and may now be immune.
We'll take thousands of tests, antibody tests, over this next week, all across the state, to give us a real snapshot, a real baseline of exactly how many people were infected by coronavirus.
Public health experts are hoping to eventually conduct widespread antibody testing across the nation. If enough people are immune, then possibly the country could start safely opening up again. Elizabeth Cohen, CNN reporting.
Despite stay-at-home orders and continued calls for social distancing, some Americans are still venturing out, and with one mission: protesting the very guidelines they are defying and demanding businesses be reopened. CNN's Natasha Chen reports.
Protesters stood shoulder to shoulder in many states over the last several days to voice frustrations with stay-at-home orders and to demand an end to the economic shutdown brought on by coronavirus.
Freedom and liberty. We're losing it.
Ignoring social distancing measures that have been key in slowing the deadly pandemic spread, many gathered at the steps of state capitals, directing anger toward governors whom President Trump criticized Saturday.
Some of the governors have gotten carried away.
But it's the Trump administration who told those very governors to enact state-by-state mitigation efforts. When asked about people who choose not to listen to his own administration's guidelines.
Urge those protesters to listen to local authorities?
I think they're listening. I think they listen to me. They seem to be protesters that like me and respect this opinion.
And they did, evidenced by the Trump 2020 flags and the actions that seem to follow what the president called for in his tweets to, quote, liberate Michigan, Minnesota, and Virginia.
This is just grossly irresponsible, and it is dangerously bombastic because it inspires people to do dangerous things.
Those who dangerously flouted the rules to protest their governor's authority said it was out of frustration.
I'm a small business owner, and my business was shut down forcibly on the 17th of March, and I have yet to see any unemployment, any money come through from the government, and I'm sitting here without a paycheck with no definitive answer on when I will be returning to work, and I don't think that's right.
Desperation is high, but so is the risk.
With all due respect, I think there's anybody who thinks we're doing this just to take away people's liberties and rights isn't looking at the data that we're looking at. We're doing what we're doing to try to save lives.
Natasha Chen, CNN, Atlanta.
Now in Wisconsin, a 90-year-old man says he's not too old to lend a helping hand. He is putting his skill to use and keeping busy by sewing masks. Brendan Scarborough has the story.
They needed masks made. So I figured, my God, I can sew yet.
As soon as Henry Wiedemann knew that he could help with COVID-19, he got to work.
I heard it on the radio that to go downtown and to Sewing Delight, I think it is, and I talked to her and got the material and I started sewing.
Henry has been sewing off and on for his entire life, but now he uses it as a way to stay busy and appreciate what he has.
Well, it's the old saying, if you don't use your body, you're going to lose it. And I try to keep active.
Henry stays busy year-round, even taking care of a massive garden in the summer, and even his kids can't believe it.
My dad is amazing. I've always felt that way all my life. My dad is very hardworking, and he's taught all of us to work very hard. We grew up on a dairy farm. You learn how to work.
For those wondering, Henry does have a secret on how to be as active as he is when you're 90.
Oh, I have my either a mixed drink or a beer every day. Every day.
Henry's not looking for any glory from his effort. He sees it as doing his share.
There's opportunities out there to help make this stuff, So, and I think I'm doing my share to help out.
The CDC recommends people wear masks in places where it's hard to practice social distancing. It advises people to opt for cloth ones and save N95 masks for medical professionals. Make sure to keep an eye out on our social media as well as our website at northtexastelevision.com, because tomorrow we will be sitting down with UNT President Neil Smatresk in the first installment of our new series, UNT Press Talks. You can follow us on our Twitter, ntTV_news, for the latest updates on the coronavirus pandemic. Thanks for watching. Join us again tomorrow for more ntTV online news.